Hi everybody. Hi. How are you doing? It's a beautiful day. Guess what I did yesterday? Guess what I did? I had my first private one-on-one surfing lesson. So, no, in spite of living at the beach for so many years of my life, you'd be surprised that the one sport I really didn't get into surfing, and I'm not really quite sure why. So I told myself, well, I signed up for a private lesson. Well, first I went to the surf shop and I was like, are you still, can I still get a surfing lesson? They're like, well, yeah, we take your name and your information and we'll get back to you. Okay, this is 7th Street Surf Shop in Ocean City. Within an hour, they found me an instructor, and I scheduled it for yesterday at 12:30, and I'm so sore. My upper body's sore. That's no joke. Surfing is my little favorite neighborhood. Surfing is no joke. I mean, so I was out there with like 20 other surfers, and, so I was out there with like 20 other surfers. They were out over their head, but I want to eventually get good enough so that I can go out that far. I think next week I'm just going to ask them if I can paddle out there and at least just sit on the board, like sit out there. So I really, it was a lot of hard work. I never wore a wetsuit before, and I see why people wear it now because, I was in the water for an hour, and usually I go without a wetsuit. I'm like immune to pain. Redheads with fair skin have a very high tolerance to pain due to the mutation in the gene. So people that have red hair and fair skin, it's a mutation in the gene, which means that we didn't finish developing. We were born before all the right genetics that we're supposed to really look like could finish. So we're a mutant, which is pretty interesting to me. Anyway, I'm back up at Beasley's Beach. I moved to the next town, but I'm close enough to my favorite places. Sorry, I'm going around this gnarly. I'm going to go back up to my place under the bridge. And just, I wanted to go live yesterday when I was doing the surfing lesson, but I was so involved with learning the techniques, and the instructor's like on the sand and he's like showing me how to get up, and just you're so involved in the process that I couldn't really go live. I just wanted to focus, and I didn't stand up, but I'm going to turn around and go back to the bridge. I didn't stand up, but I got up to like my knees, which to me was like pretty good because I didn't realize how much upper body strength you have to have. So tonight I'm going to kickboxing and do some moves to work on my upper body strength, and also yoga is really great. It really gives you balance, but I really found out that martial arts, the high kicks and stuff like that, that's really helped me to improve my balance, because when I was teaching a lot of classes, a lot more yoga classes, my balance was pretty amazing, but over the years I've kind of slacked off on the balancing poses. So I guess I got bored with them, but martial arts, the balancing high martial arts, the kicking and how you have to angle yourself, the way you have to angle yourself and do like the flex and the kick, it's really improved my flexibility actually, which I'm really surprised. I would think other like gymnastics would improve my flexibility, but no, the martial arts has improved it. Which you can never be too flexible. However, I don't agree with the way they stretch in martial arts. I could say I believe they're stretching wrong because they force a stretch, and you should never force a stretch. You take the stretch to the point where it just starts to hurt a little bit, and then you hold it and you allow your body to naturally release itself into the pose. So this I know from yoga. So they really don't. I watch my sensei. He comes up here on the dock out there, and he stretches, and he's not really stretching. He's forcing the stretch, and it's not. I don't agree with the way they stretch in martial arts, but I do agree with the kicking and the. I do agree with the kicking and how you have to balance on one leg, and then just like you flick the other leg, and you tap the bag. So you just pick it up, you tap, 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 tap. And then that's how you get is my window down now. That's how I'm still trying to sell my car. Still working on it. You go sideways and you just tap it. You just tap it. And it's awkward because you're kind of leaning, but I like it. So, but definitely my arms are sore because having to push up onto the surfboard. Yeah, that'll definitely. So, I'm sore but happy. Sore but happy. So, I'm going to do another lesson next week. I love the water this time of year. It's not too cold to me. And so I really would have liked to see now. I don't know. Yesterday the waves were awesome. Yesterday was a good day to start your first lesson because it was a nice set of waves. But there were 20 surfers out there, so of course I'm not as amazing as them, but they were. I should have videoed them because they were catching some good waves, and that's it's an amazing sport. So anyway, so I want to learn how to surf, and that's all there is to it. I'll never get to their level, but it's a great sport, and the most amazing thing is how good your balance improves. Everybody I know that's like surfed all their life, now they're like not Nerf surfing anymore, and now I'm starting surfing. And it's an amazing sport. It really is. My instructor was amazing. He was also a former dancer, so he just like jumps up on that board like it's like nothing. He just like, he's a really amazing, he's a great athlete. He just jumps right up. So this is what I love about surfers. Now, when I started back into teaching yoga about, I'm going to say probably 4 or 5. Yeah, 15 years ago I started back into it. And I was at here's my spot. I was at Bodyworks Gym in Ocean City, and which I believe the gym has since closed up and it's another type of business. And there were these 2 girls that used to come to my class, and they were surfers. So, hold on a second. I gotta zipper up my. Hold on. It's cold. So, and I'm telling you about the 2 surfer girls. Okay, so is it still? Okay, so they would come to my class, and I would always stay. They had so much energy. I would always stay an extra half hour, and not just off the clock. I would just stay and teach them for an extra half hour. That's how much they needed. So I always applied myself to whatever student was in my class. But I'll tell you something like really amazing about something I found out about girls who surf. When I do meditation at the end, most adults kind of laugh at it. They can't stay focused. They're fidgety. They don't understand the purpose. They fall asleep during, But these two 17-year-old girls, which they're probably like 32 by now, 16, 15, 16. Yeah, they're probably young women, real young women. They would, when I went to do the meditation, I never saw, no student did I ever have that was as focused as these girls when I did the meditation. I mean, I literally had to open my own eyes and watch them because they were so amazing. How I'm at under the bridge. Hi, Safan. I'm under the bridge in Beasley's Point, my spot. It's a little chilly, but like I said, it doesn't bother me. I'd be out in the ocean. So I just couldn't believe they took the meditation. I mean, to me, it was so rewarding to see someone, here's my spot, to see these two athletes, and just, I can even still remember how they would put their hands up and then put their hands into the prayer position and just sit there real straight doing the meditation. It was just so inspiring. I said, here are these 17-year-old girls, and I teach all these adults, and here they are. They know how to sit and do the meditation and focus. And I just never forgot that. That's when you really appreciate being an instructor, when you have students like that. I mean, I keep saying, I mean. I just sat there and I said, wow, they're really, really, because most adults, they're silly. They're silly. But these two girls, I don't know where my car charger is, so my battery's probably gonna, yeah, it's getting low. These two girls, I watched them, and it was almost like the way they put their hands up over their head and did the prayer. It was almost like, I wish I did as much videoing back then as I do now. I would have videoed them. And they just held the meditation for like a long time. They sat and held it. I said, wow, this is so amazing. So, it's a little chilly, but I would still do a surf lesson. Probably next week I'm going to do another one. I'll probably do it into November. And then probably start back up like because the water's I don't know when the water gets warm again. Because when it's like March and April, it's real cold from the winter. But, so we'll see when I do my next lesson. And, so surprisingly, even though I live at the beach, surprisingly I never, surfing was one sport that I didn't do, and I'm not quite sure why I didn't do it. Maybe because of my fair skin, I don't like to do sports that the sun is so strong on you. I think it's probably because I'm not a sun worshiper at all. I don't get tans. I did when I was a teenager. I would get really, people think I'm Irish and I'm fair skinned and I can't get tan. I can get very tan. But I just, I'm not a sun worshiper. So here we are at this peaceful place, saying hello to everybody, giving you an update on... I was in such a good mood all day yesterday. I was like jumping around. But when I would fall off the board, I didn't jump back up that quick. So that's another skill I have to work on. Like jumping right back up. Like when I fell off the board, I kind of got bashed around by the waves. So I got, every time I do it, I'm going to get better and better, but I'm going to do it some more times before, probably like 2 or 3 more times before it gets too cold. So, and now I have a place to body surf at 7th Street. Ocean City. I have a place to body surf because there was like 20 other surfers out there, so I could paddle out there on my boogie board and with the boogie board and flippers, and then body surf. That's a great sport too. So it's not quite as nice because the sun's not going down. Like, it's not the end of the day where you see the sun going down, but boy, was I sore last night. I was like, and then on Friday night, I went on the rides on the boardwalk, and I went on this ride, and I think I like bruised my kidney feels sore on the right side of me in the back. I think the ride, it like slammed me around, and I think I bruised my kidney a little bit, or I bruised my back, or I did something, because I really got slammed around in this ride. I went on it one time, I went to go on it again, and I'm like, maybe don't go on that 2 times in a row. Wait till next week, go on it again. So yeah, it sounds like I'm just being a silly kid going on rides, but I'll tell you something about rides. Climbing on and off of the rides is also good for your balance, and it strengthens your upper body when you're pulling yourself up onto the ride, and it just keeps you active. I went on the Ferris wheel. I climbed up on the highest horse. Just people don't realize it. Like, they give up. They just totally give up on sports, and I'm like, I called so many of my friends and tried to get them to meet me at the surfing lesson, but nobody showed up. So here's the thing. The only way I'll be interested in you is if you show up at martial arts when I go surfing. If you don't show up there, I'm not really going to be too interested in you. I don't like lazy people. I have no tolerance for it whatsoever. There's no reason for you to not do 15, 20 minutes of some type of workout every day. First of all, you have to stretch every day of your life. Can't get around it. I lectured my students for years. Stretching's not a luxury. It's not. So I didn't do my stretches yet today. I have an appointment I have to go to, but when I come home, guarantee you, I'm there in my new place. It's not an acre property anymore. It's a lot smaller. I'm there in my new place, and I'm doing my yoga. So this is why, I had a friend. He was riding his bicycle in Atlantic City, and he doesn't know how to fall. So he fell off his bike. The inside of it looked like he ripped his hamstring wide open. The inside of his thigh, everything was black and blue. He almost threw up, and I'm like, so I'm teaching him yoga to say, if you do these poses and you work on your, he needed flexibility in his thighs, like when you do a straddle. I don't know if you guys know what a straddle is. It's not a forward split. It's a split with both legs open. So I said, if you don't practice these, you're going to fall again, and you're going to hurt yourself the same way, because you have no flexibility. He had no flexibility in his hips, in his groin area, in his inner thigh. So, people think, I got to work out. If you're not therapeutically stretching, if you fall, you don't know what's going to happen. So I tried to show him certain maneuvers in yoga. So as I've told people, I've probably told you guys this story 1,000 times, but I was at the casino and I was walking down the stairs and I had like 4-inch heels on and I fell. So, but because I do gymnastics and I know how to do handstands and cartwheels and now round-offs, I pushed myself up off the stairs. My friend that was with me grabbed my hand and caught me, so that I could have tumbled down all the stairs, but nope. So can't let your body go, can't lose your coordination. I know you like to go to the gym, I know you like to get those abs and build up your muscles and all that other stupid stuff that you guys do. Like you really think women, we don't care about your abs. To be honest with you, or how muscular you are, we really don't. So, I mean, we want you to look fit, but mostly we just want you to be a good guy. So here I am at my spot. The water's a little choppy. Probably this weekend I'll see people out on jet skis and boats. So this is year round. People take their boats in the middle of winter. People are taking their boats out at 2 in the morning. So there's always action going on over here. And I'm friggin' tired. But I just didn't realize, like, surfing's really fun. It's fun. It is. Not kidding you. It's fun. You should see how scraggly, like, my hair is so scraggly today. Like, I'm just all, like, it's still from the salt water. Turn around. I can't see anything. The screen's really dark. Just scraggled up. I didn't like my hair, like from the salt water. It's just, I'm like, I don't even care. Oh my god. And I'm sitting forward, my back, are you kidding me? What the hell? I swear to God, on that ride, I just friggin', I have my mask because when I walk back to my car, there's other people doing their power walks, so I just keep it on. I don't know what happened to my back, to be honest. And then yesterday, you have to arch up to get into position. You gotta do like a really strong backward arch. I can't even tell, like if my screen's really dark. I can't even tell if you can see me. I can't see myself in the screen, to be honest with you. I can't see myself. But, oh my gosh. This is the rest of me. Here I am in my Victoria's Secret yoga. Here we are. Posing for you. My Victoria's Secret yoga. Yoga, Victoria's Secret yoga. And my shoes from going on the rides are all smashed up. And I was running. I got one of those wristbands where you can go on all the rides for like all day. You pay a certain price, and so I'm like, all right, I got the wristband. I gotta go on a lot of rides. That's all there is to it. Right, there we go. There's my my Pilates. Tap, 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 tap. I can't even see. My screen's really dark, so whatever you're seeing, that's Pilates. Tap, 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 tap. Pilates was first came into the world 20 years ago. Now everyone's bored with Pilates. But it's an amazing principle how it all started. So tonight, what friggin' time is it? I have an appointment. I know how I am. I'll go on here and I'll forget about my appointment. Alright, I gotta get going. I got an appointment. But I just wanted to come on and tell you about my surf lesson. It hurts because my hip is on the cement. So there we go. Y'all say you like my long legs. Well, here they are. But if you really want to see them, you gotta come to, Marshall's to alert tonight. I'm going to kickboxing. You gotta show up. If you don't show up, I don't want a lazy guy. So, you gotta show up. Show up, guys. Go. Every day. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. It's for your core. That's why you like my legs, because this is why. Pilates tap. And I could not sleep last night. You know when you're so sore and you're like, jeez. Yeah, like today I'm trying to get up and my back, I don't know what I did to it. I bruised it. I swear to God, I bruised my kidney. Listen, the first time I did jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, as I told a friend of mine, I felt for 3 days, I felt like my body felt like it had been in a car accident. So, I'm not even kidding you. My body felt like it had been in a car accident. Of course, I was wrestling with an 18-year-old girl. I was like, thanks a lot, Sensei. I thought she broke my neck. I mean, 18-year-old kids, they're tough. But you want to challenge yourself. And, what's this? So when I was taking martial arts classes before they closed up, before the pandemic, it was adults mixed with teenagers. So when we did the drills, I had to run alongside teenagers. And I wasn't that far behind them. That was, of course, in strength and agility, and they were better than me. But when we did the drills and we ran across the floor, I wasn't that far behind. There's the plank that I walk on. See, today would be a good day to walk on it, because if you fall in the water, so you won't hurt yourself. Vitamin D. probably might not age too well anymore because I go in the sun now. Way more than I used to because there's different sports that I like now. Never thought I'd be studying martial arts. Never in a million years. Yeah, by accident. All this stuff happened when my ex-husband kind of went MIA, and I was left to try to figure it out. Try to figure out how I'm gonna pay my bills and survive in this world without having a spouse. It's pretty hard. So there we go. It's still for sale. But there's somebody, my friend's son really likes it, and I freaking feel like just giving it to him. Oh man, see now I shouldn't have done that. I drove on the sand, so if I want to show it to sell it, it's got sand on the, I gotta go to the car wash and wash it off again. And the inside smells real good. Keep putting the vanilla in there because if you want to go to sell your car, it better look clean and it better smell good. That's it. Cleanliness is next to godliness. All right. Here we go. You know my favorite place. I went by there already 2 times with you guys. Let's take a little ride around Beasley's Point. Remember how I always take you on rides? I haven't done it since Corona hit. I know I had to put my safety belt on since Corona hit. I don't I'm moving this way. Hello. Hello. I don't know if she's a worker or if she's just walking around. Let me I gotta put my safety belt on. Sorry I haven't taken you on this little ride in a while, have I? Alright, I gotta put my belt on because the bells are ringing. Okay. And here we go, somebody coming. Oh, they're in a Volkswagen. I'm gonna let them pass me because I want to get, I was thinking about getting the Volkswagen Atlas or the Tia. I do spend a little more on cars than I should, but as I said, something I've learned when you're single again, you gotta have a reliable car because if you break down, nobody's coming to get you. That's an Atlas. You know, nobody's coming to get you unless they think they're gonna get some. They won't come to get you. So that's what it's like not having a spouse. Nobody really is gonna, whoa, they're going pretty fast. But that's an Atlas. I think it's one up from the Tegan. Now, brand new, they cost $30,000, but I could probably get a 2018 for $26,000, but I don't like to get old cars. I like to get brand new cars. Because I don't take my car, I'm really bad. I won't take my car to the shop. I just get oil changes and when the tires go bad. So they're going pretty fast actually for this road. I'm just checking it out. But I don't really want a small vehicle anymore because there's a lot of monster trucks in this area, and people in their monster trucks, they like to pass you on the right and kind of, the other day a woman, she was in a Cadillac Escalade and she was tailgating me really bad and almost, she passed me And it's not really a double lane to pass, but she was just trying to, she pushed me over so far that there was a triathlete on his bike. He almost got killed. I almost hit him. I waved my arm out the window and I said, and I pointed to the triathlete and I was like, lady, you gotta slow down. There's a guy, a triathlete right here. You can't push me off the road. If you push me, he's gonna end up dead. It was pretty scary. So that's why I don't want to get like a smaller car, because people, really a Cadillac Escalade's pretty decent. It's kind of expensive, but I wonder if I could get something that's the size of a Cadillac Escalade, but not the $80,000 price. But I'm just looking at the Atlas. They're gonna think I'm staring at them. I wonder if I should say something. The lady thinks I'm weird. Watch, I'm gonna try. I'm about to buy one of those, the Atlas.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
Where did you get it from?
Bark Motors
In Woodbine.
in Stone Harbor.
Stone Harbor? Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying, this lady's gonna think I'm weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, I said, she has the blonde hair, she looks friendly.
Well,
But
they're making them more like sportier looking, I think. But give it a ride, give it a try.
when did you get it?
2 years ago.
Oh my God, it looks brand new.
Thank
Plus,
you.
I've been getting the gas.
This is good on gas too, believe it.
That's what I love when it's good on gas.
Well, good luck.
You look hot in it too, the blonde hair, the blue car.
Thank you.
So, all right, thank you. All right, now she was fun. She had blonde hair and she was really fun. I hope she doesn't think I'm gay that I say she look hot. I just like to say, I just say perky stuff like that. There's my neighbor in his BMW. There she is, that's his wife. They're a nice couple. They live, I still say my neighbor even though I don't live here. All right, so why am I still filming? I didn't go through Beasley's Point. I forgot. I'm going to my appointment, so I'm gonna go off. All right? Can't be doing this. That's how I smashed into the side of the bridge. I was live with you guys. All right, talk to y'all soon. Don't forget to stretch. Drink your water, take your vitamins. Stay away from the alcohol. Stay away from the sugar. Stay away from meat and fat. Take fish oil. Eat a lot of fish. Keep your arteries open and healthy and talk. I'm trying to end. All right, wait, I gotta go through here and end this because I can't see the damn screen. Hold on a second, I might have to wait. I can't see the screen. I'm trying to end. There we go. I'm gonna end and I'll talk to you guys later after I do my yoga. God damn it, I can't fucking end it.